Hello students, myself Miss Akanksha Sangdev working as an assistant professor in KRT Arts, BH Commerce and AM Science College known as KTHM College, Nasik. So, in today's lecture, we are going to start our new chapter, that is ionic equilibrium. In this lecture, we are going to see the introduction to ionic equilibrium and degree of ionization. So now let's start with our lecture. Learning outcomes of our lecture are: in the first, we are going to see introduction part. Second, electrolytes. Third, degree of ionization. And fourth, factors affecting the degree of ionization. So first of all, we will see what is the ionic equilibrium. According to the Arrhenius theory of ionization, the molecules of electrolytes, when dissolved in an aqueous solution, splits up into positive ion and negative ion, where positive ions are known as cations and negative ions are known as anions. And the phenomenon of splitting is known as ionization or dissociation. So the equilibrium that forms during any chemical change is known as chemical equilibrium, whereas the equilibrium that is attained during any ionization process is called ionic equilibrium. That is, the equilibrium between the unionized molecule and the ion in the solution of weak electrolytes is known as ionic equilibrium. I will repeat it again. The equilibrium between ions produced and undissociated molecules are known as ionic equilibrium. So now we will see what are electrolytes. The substance which conducts electricity in an aqueous solution due to the presence of ions are called electrolytes. So the examples of electrolytes are acid, base and the salts. The next one is non-electrolytes. The substance which do not conduct electricity in aqueous medium are called non-electrolytes. The examples of non-electrolytes are glucose, sucrose, glycerol, hydrocarbons and urea. Okay. The next is types of electrolytes. So there are three types of electrolytes: strong electrolyte, weak electrolyte and moderate electrolyte. So one by one we will see now. Strong electrolyte. The electrolytes when dissolved in water ionize or dissociates almost completely are called strong electrolytes. The example of strong electrolytes are strong acids, strong base and strong salt or the soluble salts. Next is a weak electrolyte. The electrolytes when dissolved in water ionize or dissociates only partially up to the extent of 5% are known as weak electrolytes. The example of weak electrolytes are weak acid and weak bases. Last one is moderate electrolytes. The electrolytes when dissolved in water ionizes or dissociates about 50% is known as moderate electrolyte. So the example of moderate electrolytes are not a perfect solution but at optimized condition of concentration and temperature, strong electrolytes behaves as moderate electrolytes. Okay. The next point is degree of ionization. So the definition of degree of ionization The next is degree of ionization. The fraction of total number of molecules of electrolytes that split or ionizes into the cations and anions is called degree of ionization or degree of dissociation. That is, it is the ratio of number of molecules ionized or dissociated to the total number of molecules, and it is denoted by the Greek letter alpha, where alpha or degree of ionization is equal to number of molecules ionized or dissociated upon total number of molecules. There is one note that degree of ionization increases with dilution and its value becomes maximum at infinite dilution. The next is factors affecting the degree of ionization. So the first is nature of electrolyte, next is nature of solvent, concentration of electrolyte, temperature and presence of common ion. So what is the effect of nature of electrolyte? We know that electrolytes are of three types, that is strong electrolyte, weak electrolyte and moderate electrolyte. The strong electrolyte dissociates or ionizes completely. For the strong electrolyte, the degree of ionization will be high. Whereas for the weak electrolyte, where the molecules dissociates partially, for that the degree of ionization will be low, and for the moderate it will be medium. So the nature of electrolytes affects the value of degree of ionization. The next is nature of solvent. So the solvent uh, affects the degree of ionization by the parameters such as dielectric constant or the solvating power. Higher is the dielectric constant, the degree of ionization is also high. Whereas lower is the dielectric constant, the degree of ionization is also low. As the solvating power of the solvent increases, the degree of ionization increases. Whereas the solvating power decreases, the degree of ionization also decreases. The next is concentration of electrolyte. The dissociation or the ionization of electrolyte increases with increase in the dilution. As we dilute the solution, the molecules moves apart from each other and the attractive and the repulsive force between them gets negligible. Therefore, as we increase the dilution, the degree of ionization increases. And similarly for the concentration, as there is a high concentration, degree of ionization will be high. And for the low concentration, the degree of ionization will be high. Okay. The next is temperature. The ionization is an endothermic process. Endothermic process means the process in which heat is absorbed. So when we provide heat, that is when we increase the temperature, the degree of ionization also increases. Whereas when we decrease the temperature, the degree of ionization also decreases. The next is presence of common ion. So here we will take one example. Consider the process of dissolution of ammonium hydroxide in the ammonium chloride solution. So when ammonium hydroxide get dissolved, it forms an ion, that is NH4 plus OH minus. And when we dissolve it in an ammonium chloride solution, ammonium chloride itself is a salt which gets completely dissociated into NH4 plus and Cl minus. So as already there is a presence of NH4 plus ion in our solution, the dissolution of NH4OH gets suppressed. That means it gets decreased. Why? Due to the presence of NH4 plus ion already in the solution. So the dissociation or ionization of electrolytes decreases due to the presence of one of the common ion in the solution is known as common ion effect. Thus, due to the presence of common ion in a solution, the ionization of a molecule decreases. And that means the ionization or the degree of ionization decreases. Presence of common ion decreases the degree of ionization. Okay. So here we will stop now. Thank you.